Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you Mr. Uriarte, your Smarty. Hey class, and welcome again to another episode of Mr. Uriarte, your Smarty. All right, let's take a look at what we're doing today. Today, we're going to take a look at division. We're going to look at division with remainders and without remainders. Let's get started. Okay, our first one is 21 divided by 7. So first I want to be able to write this on the page. So I'm going to put my 21. Then I'm going to put my 21 in a house. Like this. Now I need to put my 7 over on this side. Kind of right by the front door of my house. So now I need to stop and think. Whenever I start my division question, I want to stop and think, what in the 7 times table will get me 21 without going over? Well, let's think in your 7 times table. Well, 21, 7 times 3 equals 21. So I'm going to take that 3, and since I'm using the whole number 21, I'm going to put that 3 over top of the 1. The 1's column, lining them up, because the 1's in the 1's column and the 3's in the 1's column. So, since 3 gives me 21 in the 7 times table, now I go 3 times 7. 3 times 7 equals 21. I'm going to move that 3 times 7 equals 21. I'm going to move that 21 down below. Keep them lined up. Put my equal sign in and my subtraction symbol. Now I subtract. 21, take away 21 is 0. 0 remaining. All right, let's take a look at another one. Now, before we take a look at another one, I want you to do one thing. I want you to go pause this video and go get a pencil and a paper. Go. Okay, let's do the next one. So, we have our next one. You're going to do it together with me, and we can go and review again. This is another one without a remainder. It's 30 divided by 6. Here we go. I'm going to write my 30 down. Now I'm going to put a house over my 30, put a roof. Now I'm going to put my 6 at the front door. Now I need to stop and think. What in the 6 times table will get me close to 30 without going over? Well, let's think. 6 times 5. 6 times 5 equals 30. So I'm going to put the 5 over top, right here. Since I used the whole number 30, I'm going to make sure that the 5 is over top of the 0. So now I go 5 times 6 gives me 30, so I'm going to put the 30 down below. Put in my equal sign and my subtraction sign. Now 30, take away 30, equals 0, remainder. Don't forget that you have to put the R there. The R stands for remainder, and since we have nothing left, we have to go 0, remainder. We could also put it up here, 5, remainder 0. We can also go put up on our last one, 3, remainder 0. All right, so that's dividing without a remainder. Let's now take a look. Dividing with remainders. Don't worry, it's not that hard. It's pretty close to the same thing. So, let's get started. Okay, so let's slow it down a little bit, and we're going to now look at dividing with remainders. Okay, on your piece of paper, let's write 73 divided by 5. Again, let's start with our 73. Let's give our 73 a home. Put a roof over top of them. All right, now we're putting 5 by the front door. All right. Now, 73 is a pretty big number, so it might be a little harder for us to know what in the 5 times table will give us 73. So let's make it easier on ourselves. Let's take this number and just go 7. What in the 7 times table will get us close to 7 without going over? Let's forget about the 3. Let's just look at the 7. So, what in the 5 times table will get us close to 7 without going over? 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. Oh, we've gone over. So it has to be 5 times 1. So 5 times 1, I'm going to put the 1 above the 7. I'm using it above the 7 because that's the number we're dealing with right now, the 7, not the 73. So I'm going to put the 1 up top, and I'm going to go 1 times 5 equals 5. I'm going to put my line in and my subtraction symbol. 7 take away 5 is 2. Now I need to deal with the 3 that's there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it down. Bring it down. So we now have 23. Now I need to ask that question all over again. What in the 5 times table will get me close to 23 without going over? Well, 4 times 5 is 20. So 4 times 5 will get us there the closest. So I'm going to put the 4 above the 3 now. So 4 times 5 is 20. I'm going to put the 20 down below because this is where we were doing our work. We were looking at the 23. So I'm going to put my 20 here. I subtract. 23 minus 20 is 3. We have a remainder of 3.
Subtraction's fine, Mr. Uriarte.
Now we have 14, remainder 3. Okay, let's try another one. Let's get your piece of paper ready. Here we go. This time we're going to do 64 divided by 3. Again, I'm going to get my page set up nice and neat. Keep it spaced out. You don't want it all crunched together because it's hard to work with. So, here we go. I'm going to make 64. I'm going to put 64 into a house. And 3's at the front door. All right, now, again, 64 is a pretty big number, and I don't know my times table and the 3 times table up that high. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to break it apart. So instead of saying, what in the 3 times table will give me 64, I'm going to say, what in the 3 times table will give me 6 without going over? Well, the answer is 3 times 2. I put the 2 above the 6, not the 4, because I'm only dealing with the 6. So 2 times 3 is 6. Put my subtraction symbol in. 6 take away 6 is 0. Now I'm not done. There's something else I have to do. If you remember what we did over here, we have to bring that 4 down. So now we have our 4 brought down. So now I have to stop and think to myself, what in the 3 times table will get me close to 4 without going over? Well, 3 times 1 is 3. I can't go any higher. If I can't, 3 times 2, I can't go any higher. So it's going to be 1. 1 times 3 is 3. I bring the 3 over here. And now I subtract. 4 take away 3 is 1. So we have a remainder of 1. Oh, almost forgot my subtraction sign. So I have a remainder of 1. So 21, remainder 1. All right, so 64 divided by 3 is 21, remainder 1. All right, you guys ready? It's time for Show What You Know. You need to go right now and show someone what you just learned. Come back to this video. Practice it more than once. Pause it, review it, continue doing this. Now I have some work for you from when you come back to school. What you're going to do is this. All right, you're going to work on these questions. We have 12 divided by 6. We have 20 divided by 3. 24 divided by 3. Oh, technical difficulties. 65 divided by 7. 40 divided by 5, 58 divided by 4, 56 divided by 2, 48 divided by 4, 97 divided by 9, and 52 divided by 52. So 52 divided by 5. So thank you for our last episode of Mr. Uriarte. You're a smarty. That's where it was.